Alrighty, guys. So, time for pick number 4. So, with pick number 4, at this point, I have Thunder's T, Mega Alt, and Lucario. So, at this point, I'm thinking I'm gonna start grabbing some mods I really enjoy because I think, for the most part, that those three are definitely covered. And I was thinking, what else could I need? And I started looking, and one, I saw this mon up still for grabs in round 4. Two, I needed a fast fire type, so I figured I'm starting to look, and also I'm looking at my tiers, what I need, because at this point I've already taken up tier 1, my mega, and I believe it's like tier 2. Sorry guys if you hear page rustling. I'm trying to figure out what tiers I drafted, but I believe so. At this point, I have my tiers pretty much set. Okay, so at this point, I have tier 1. So Luke actually drops down to my free picks. So immediately right away, I actually lose, I lose a pick. Or no, I don't lose a pick yet, because I have Mega Alt, and then Lucario goes to tier 3, I believe. Tier 2 or 3. I don't remember. I think it's tier 2. So at that point, I go Thunderous, Luke, and then it jumps all the way down to Mega Alt. And at this point, I'm thinking, so I need to make my next pick either tier 3, 4, and 5 if I really want to make sure my team is somewhat decent. And so I look, and I remembered I had actually brought this team to, like I said before, with Dundee. I brought this guy to, or this gal, I brought this mod specifically to the MLS. It was available I came into, when I came in about week 3 or 4 into, no, it was actually like week 5. It was literally mid-season, because I have to make up a couple matches before I ever really got going. But I saw this mod was available, and I picked it up in that league. So I see this mod available round 4, and I'm like, you know what? Let's pick her up again. So without further ado, I pick up Ninetales. So as you can see, its speed is at 100. So at that point, it actually speed ties with Shaman. It speed ties with Rachi. It speed ties with Manaphy. But what kind of helps it is that 100 in special defense. It actually, honestly, I believe it actually stops Shaman. It stops Rachi, and it stops Manaphy. Because those are mixed attackers, so unless they bring a completely physically offensive Shaman, Manaphy, or Rachi, we are gonna take most hits. And the only mod that could actually maybe do some damage is Manaphy. But we have Thundy for that. So I wasn't too worried about that either. Its other stats could be a little more they could be higher, but honestly, I drafted Ninetales mainly for that speed. And because it actually has an ability that we'll talk a little later into into the video, it actually has an ability that I actually won, or actually have both of her abilities. I used it. I've used it fairly well. Um, uh, but later on in the picks, you will see why. I did draft Ninetales, so that does mean we drafted Weather this season, uh, which I'm not too keen on, honestly. If I'm being honest, I don't like using Weather too much. But without further ado, let's go into Showdown, and I'll show you why. So, what Ninetales has is Flash Fire. So this actually now stops stuff like Heatran from trapping. It stops Infernape. It stops a lot of really offensive fire types. Because this actually makes Ninetales immune. But as you can see underneath, Drought. So on as soon as I switch in Ninetales, it's setting up the sun. Uh, does not help with the 3 mods I have right now. Doesn't help too much, but I did draft. I did draft kind of a weird team, and you'll see as these pick videos keep going up. Uh, it's definitely my. I think I feel like my most interesting team, but um, oh yeah, I never said. So Ninetales is called K-Bay. The reason for that is because it's actually another friend. Another friend. She actually really likes the Vulpix line. She loves the Ninetales. She loves the Alolan Ninetales. It's some of her favorite mods. And um, honestly, this I'm actually gonna quote her and say that Ninetales is a spicy fox. It's a really strong mod. Again, even though its stats don't show, it's actually really solid with Drought. And if you bring the Heat Rock, that allows for this to last 8 turns instead of the 5, the original 5. Yeah, instead of 5, it actually extends the sun for 3 turns, which allows us to be able to sweep with the sun. Uh, so, yeah, on to Ninetales moves. Let's see, Body Slam. It does get Calm Mind, so it actually helps her even more. We can bring kind of like a calm fox. Let's see. If we actually want to exploit that low attack stat, we can try and bring up kind of like a curse fox. Something cool. Dark Pulse. Now we have dark coverage. Dig. We got ground coverage now. Uh, although this, I don't know how helpful that will be. Because Earthquake Spam is the thing, and I believe Dig gets doubled. It actually doubles the damage from Earthquake. So if we only take, let's say, 50%, we actually die as soon as that Earthquake hits, which is not a good thing. Uh, disable if we want to touch, or if we want to stop some choice mons, we can actually disable, make them struggle, because they can't use any other move. So that stops those completely. Energy Ball for some grass coverage. Extra sensory. Now we get into psychic coverage. See, faint attack if we want that dark coverage. But here are some moves that might help. Fire Blast, Fire Spin if we want to trap ourselves. Flame Burst, Flame Charge, Flame Thrower, and Flare Blitz Again, if we want to exploit that physical stat, although it's not, I don't think it's too, I think it's a little more doubtful we bring physical Ninetales. Um, Foul play, this could actually work. We can, if we really want to try, we can bring it in on like some choice band things. Detect and then foul play, it actually makes that move even stronger. Let's see. Hmm. Grudge, again, if we want to stop some choice mons. Hex, now we got some ghost coverage. Now instead, if they try to bring a dark type in, we can Hex and try and kill them that way. Heat Wave, with that 10% chance to burn. If we want to do some hacks. Here's a really cool one. Howl. We can try and howl Ninetales. It's a fox. It's just something interesting. Hypnosis, if we want to try and get some sleep claws involved. Let's see. Incinerate. Oh, this is a good move I've tried before. Incinerate. If we want to just have some fire stab. Inferno. I've actually used this as well. It's kind of like a Zap Cannon type move. Iron Tail. Now we have steel coverage. Uh, Nasty Plot. Again, here's the third Nasty Plotter. So we can actually do some special damage unless the opponent has a designated special wall. Nasty Plot Dundee, Nasty Plot Lucario, and Nasty Plot Ninetales can absolutely sweep this team. Let's see. Ominous Wind. Maybe we want to go for some Omni Boost hacks. Let's see. Overheat. Let's see. Power Swap. If again, ooh, this could actually work if we want to maybe make it a physical Ninetales. We can bring Power Swap. Let's see. Psych Up. Ooh, if we want to copy some stat changes we like. It does get priority with Quick Attack. Here it is, roleplay again. So, uh, so here it is again. If we want to get some Jiggy sets, if we want to bring the Flashfire set, maybe we want something else, we can roleplay. Let's see, Skull Bash, Solar Beam. This is helpful in the sun because it actually takes no charge. It doesn't take 2 turns. It actually goes on one. Let's see. Spite again. More moves to stop choice mons. Substitute if you want to bring defensive Ninetales. Sunny Day if in case we want to bring Drought, but we want to bring Sunny Day just in case. Let's see. So let's say she's still in there after 8 turns. We can Sunny Day back up and try and do something with that. Let's see. Toxic, Willow, more hacks, Zen Headbutt, more coverage. All of these mons I've drafted, they have insane coverage. I definitely think I have a decent team, but this does give me a second ground weak mon. So at this point, I actually have to rely a lot on Thunderous, which is not a good thing because Thunderous can only do so much to ground types. But it can definitely take on the water types, so I'm not too afraid of that. But and then the rock types, again, there's only so much Thunder can do. There's only so much Altari can do. There's only so much Lucario can do. Uh, but now at that point, now this requires me to really, really um, lean on Dundee to try and take some hits, try and take down these ground types, however we can. This actually means stuff like Seismitoad walls us. This means stuff like Tank Growth, I think, walls us. Because these are really fat mons. These are mons that are insanely strong. Stuff like Snorlax. I think Snorlax gets Earthquake or gets some type of ground coverage. So this does mean, although we can bring in Lucario, but again, that ground coverage, it still hurts. Uh, but let's see, with that in mind, honestly, I am super glad I picked up Ninetales. And honestly, I am super happy that I brought her back to the team even after one season she did not make the cut. I'm super glad she's back, and I hope we can actually do something this time. I really hope Ninetales can actually help me this time. I want Ninetales to work. I really do. Um, but we'll have to wait and see what the season brings for us. For us. Uh, but without further ado, this actually ends this video. But like I said, I'll try and bring more of these out. I'm trying uh, as hard as I can to bring you more of these. We need to get these done by at least Friday. I will see what I can do. Um, but I think if something happens, I might just make a really big video explaining the rest of my picks, of why I picked them, uh, and just more crazy reactions, guys. Uh, I'm just trying to make sure you guys have content. And with that little transition, looking through everything, uh, through the stat sheet again, looking at Showdown again, I will actually see y'all next time.